Hey guys, good afternoon. Daryl Dyke, CEO of Noble Mortgage and Investment. Happy Wednesday to you. Just wanted to give you guys your weekly update and your tip of the day. I hope everybody is staying safe. As you've all been seen from the news, we're having a surge in COVID-19 cases, which is affecting everybody again. A lot of people are being advised to work from the house. A lot of restaurants are reclosing after reopening, so very, very sad to see that. Some of my favorite restaurants have gone back to curbside only, so really, really feel for them. And hopefully we'll get through this. So everybody be careful, stay home if you can. I'm working out of the house today. A lot of my staff has gone back to working out of the house. We're just bringing in the people from an administrative perspective, myself and one other loan officer. Everybody else is working remotely. So hope everybody's staying safe, wash your hands, keep your social distancing and so forth. What's going on in the market today? The mortgage market is getting better and better. All of the overlays that we saw in the first 30 days of the lockdown are going away on a weekly basis. Very, very good news. And just so you know, if you don't know what overlays are, so Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have a certain guidelines that they abide by, that certain rules, if you will, which makes them a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan. Well, the lenders that sell their loans to Fannie and Freddie have what we call overlays. They say, well, you know, Fannie may require this, but we're also going to require this now. So we saw an initial surge of overlays in the market, and those have been going away slowly but surely. Things like future income, self-employment income, what you have to verify, all those things really tightened up really, really quickly and really firmly in the first 30 days, and we've been seeing those slowly go away little by little. The great news is that the rates are still ridiculously low. I know you guys have heard, if you've heard me on Facebook Live before, you've heard me talk about this. They're still low, okay? So if you have not refinanced, you need to look at it. If you're paying over 4% on an investment property, give us a call. If you're paying over 3% on a primary residence, give us a call. It doesn't cost you anything to have us run the numbers, so give us a call and let us know if we can help you. We'll run the numbers, and if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. But it doesn't hurt to check. I bought my house a year ago. I've already refinanced it. I refinanced it about a month and a half ago and brought my interest rate down to 3.25. Rates are even lower than that right now. So give us a call if we can help you out on that. Go to our website, noblemortgage.com. You can always send me an email. My email is askdarel, it's ASKDAREL @noblemortgage.com. Hard money wise, we are still very, very actively lending. We have never stopped lending. A lot of lenders pulled back and shut down during the lockdown, and we did not. We've been in business since 2003, Great Recession, COVID-19 lockdown, Hurricane Ike, you name it. We have never stopped lending. We will continue to do so, and we've been very active. We've seen a lot of commercial deals. We're still seeing a lot of fix and flips. We're starting to see a lot of investors come back into the market that have maybe taken a pause, that see there might be an opportunity, and we're starting to see really good deals out there. So if you are in the market looking to flip a house or buy a property and turn it into a rental, give us a call. We can help you out with that. And then lastly, on the non-QM, these are the lenders that don't necessarily require the same type of documentation that a conventional lender would require, are also back in the market and getting better and better. Those lenders completely left the market when the lockdown happened in March, and slowly but surely they've come back, but we're seeing updates from them on a weekly basis as well. One of the most popular loans that they offer for investors, and keep in mind these are all investor loans, is the debt service coverage loan. And that loan, it's a minimum of a 680 credit score. However, it does not require tax returns, any sort of income documentation, and they're going off of the rent of the property, rather the rent that you have at lease for, or the market rent. And so as long as that coverage is at least 125%, that's what they use to qualify the income for the property. So that's a great loan for investors that had difficulty documenting their income. It's also a great loan for investors that have more than 10 properties that no longer qualify for Fannie or Freddie. And so just to put that in layman's terms, if your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance are $1,000 a month, then your rent needs to be at least $1,250. And normally that's the case, because normally, at least in our Houston and Dallas markets, you're getting at least a $250 spread on that size rent. So very, very excited to have that loan. If you want more information on that, give us a call. Again, minimum 680 credit, but other than that, very, very simple to qualify for, and it's up to a 75% loan to value. Lastly, our tip of the day is about appraisals. We always get questions about appraisals. And it's very, very important, especially for a new investor, be thankful that we are getting an appraisal on the property, because this does several things for you, and I'm explaining to you why. Number one, it's going to tell you the value, obviously, right? But it's going to give you the value from an expert. These appraisers are gentlemen that are experts in their field. They understand the market. They understand what and what not to do. If you're buying from a wholesaler or a realtor, anything like that, they're going to give you their opinion of value. And also the appraiser is going to give you their opinion of value. Sometimes they're different, sometimes they're the same, but at least you have an unbiased opinion of value. That's number one. Number two, it gives you some comparables in the property. So you can actually look at those houses and say, okay, what do these finishes look like? What kind of flooring? What kind of countertops? All those sorts of things, what kind of appliance packages are very, very important, especially if you're doing a flip. It's important for you to realize what the market expects. The most important thing about an appraisal, and we have run into this, I cannot tell you how many times over the years, is an accurate square footage. Okay, we did a deal last year for someone who's purchasing a property in the suburbs. It was a large flip. The house was 5,000 square feet on acreage and so forth. And the sellers and the appraisal district had the square footage incorrect. So we got an appraisal. The contractor was already in place. We realized the square footage that was being disclosed was actually 500 square feet less than it was on the appraisal records and the seller's records. So what does that do to you as an investor? Well, this particular property was going to sell for about $100 a foot, okay? Do the math. $100 times 500 square feet, that's a lot of money. We were able to get the price lowered $50,000 for this investor. So that could be a make or break deal. So getting an accurate square footage is huge, because a lot of times the sellers, they don't really know. They're going by the county appraisal district. Well, I can tell you, the county appraisal district is not always accurate, okay? So it's very, very important to have somebody come out there and actually measure it. So huge, huge deal. And then lastly, it gives you a lot of information about the neighborhood. A lot of people don't even look at the appraisal, okay? I'm one of those people that actually reads things, so you need to be this way. So someone sends me an appraisal, I go through everything. There's so much information in there, but one of the most important information besides the square footage and the comparables is information about the neighborhood. What are the days on market in that neighborhood? How many foreclosures that neighborhood has had? Information about the school district. All of those things are in the appraisal provided by an expert appraiser. So very, very important. Lots of great information in there. So getting an appraisal is very, very important, especially if you're new into this business, and especially for flipping. Very, very huge. So that's your tip of the day. We had a really good virtual networking meeting this week. Yesterday, Tuesday, we had two flipping blondes who shared their story on what's going on. These are investors that have partnered up, Carrie and Fallon. They did a great job. We had our biggest turnout ever, and it was really fun to do. So our next one is going to be on July 14th. We're going to have Ashley Patton from Patton Title, and he's going to be talking about nightmares that title can help prevent. So huge, especially, again, if you're an investor or a wholesaler. Having a good title company is very, very valuable. Ashley Patton is best in the business. He's been doing this a long time. And if you've been in the real estate business on the investing side for a long time, we all sure miss their party. So looking forward to having him on there. And then lastly is our next webinar, which is July 21st. And we've been taking a poll on what people want to hear about. And the two things that we've heard most recently is they want more information on financing, what it takes to qualify. Of course, I'm your expert on that. I can give you all that information. So we're going to go through a lot more detail on the financing on side. And then I also have my good friend Matt Trenchard from Senna House Buyers, who's going to be talking about how to find a deal. And we get this request all the time when it comes to our webinar. So he's going to be talking about how to find a deal. So Matt's a wholesaler, has been doing this for a long time. Really, really excited to have him on and share his opinions on that. So that's your market update and your tip of the day. I hope everybody's staying safe. Wash your hands, keep your distance, all those great things, and we'll get through this together. And I will see you next Wednesday for our market update as well. Have a great day.